Today I want to walk you through a process that I use. It's actually a very simple process to hire salespeople. And in fact, this process can be used in a lot of different kinds of environments, probably not just sales environments. But the idea is that interviewing, a lot of times, the biggest challenge is really the logistics, right? Sorting through resumes, trying to decide who to interview, scheduling time slots, all those kind of things. So this is actually a process I use that really helps with a lot of the logistics and the details. So at the bottom of the video, there should be a little link, actually in the description, to a download for all the templates that I use, so you can actually have a lot of the pieces. But the idea is you start with a job post, and there's actually a suggested job post in the document below, and you've got to post it someplace, obviously, right? My personal favorite sources actually still get a lot of traction out of Craigslist. Of course, LinkedIn these days is a big source. Don't forget though to leverage your network, right? I mean, I see a lot of people looking for new talent, and I don't get all that many emails. So make sure you take the time to send to your email network. Additionally, using your LinkedIn contacts, it's a great way to get to a lot of folks. The idea is that you're going to have a bunch of resumes come in. You can do some fancy stuff with a landing page or some technology, but even if you're just using very simple, email, send me your resume, right? You can get a lot of traction this way. So these are my resume piles. So up to this point, the whole process here obviously looks very much the same. You're going to get an email from your job prospects, but here's where the process really shifts quite a bit. The first email that you're going to send out, rather than filtering and doing a lot of work with resumes, is actually going to be a response that you'll find below that's very standardized. Thanks for sending your email, or thanks for sending your resume. It looks great. We really wanna interview you. We really want to meet you. To meet. Okay. In that email is going to be a link to what is actually a survey or questionnaire with a number of questions. So rather than spending a lot of time on the front end to respond to every email individually, we have a simple template that we use that sends them to something. We're actually using an application called SurveyMonkey. Lots of things out there that can do this, but what I send back is about an 8 to 10 questionnaire with some simple things. Are you currently working? Why are you looking to change? But also, we'll typically have 4 to 5 questions that are specific to the job post. Have you done demand creation before? What do you like or dislike about demand creation, etc., etc. This is really a key part of the process, because what it's going to do is going to weed out a lot of the folks who really either aren't serious, aren't really looking, and also, frankly, the folks who just aren't going to take the time and diligence to fill out some additional questions. So you set up the questions in the format of, we're looking to set an interview with you, and as such, we want to get to know you a little bit better and kind of get prepared for the interview. And this will actually help you with the screening. When you use a tool like SurveyMonkey, it'll export the documents, if you will, into an Excel spreadsheet. When the survey is completed, you'll get a little notification, so you can send this back. Send them a little email saying thanks for your survey, thanks for responding. I like to do this because if somebody has taken the time to fill out the survey, I don't want them waiting 3, 4, 5 days even to hear from me for some sort of response. So the idea is, we've got let's say we've got 10 or 20 folks here in the spreadsheet. Now I can take my time and I can evaluate and look at the candidates in a more consistent format, something that makes sense, something that rates them on a number of common attributes versus trying to mull through resumes, and everybody writes their resume differently. It looks kind of strange. So I'll take some time and I'll try to figure out who is it that actually want to interview. For the folks that I say yes to, I'm going to send a standard email. Again, I use templates for all this stuff, and that really is one of the things that makes this system a lot more efficient. I'll tell you about the yes in a minute. The no is pretty basic, right? If I get a no, sorry, I'm going to send back an email. And I really do think in this day and age, it's unfortunate that so many companies, so many employers or potential employers don't send responses saying, we got your resume, or thanks for filling out the survey, we've actually gone another way. So I've got a template down there for that. When the person says yes, we've got another little step in here, right? Because now we've got the issue of, maybe you're juggling 5 or 8 or 10 candidates. How do you actually schedule them, right? Well, one of the things that always used to drive me crazy was having to juggle, a bunch of different calendar slots, and also, trying to call people and field voicemail and voicemail tag. Tons of work over here. So I actually use an application called timetrade.com, and in TimeTrade you can create a calendar with a number of slots. So you go in there and you set up your 10 or 15 or 20 interview slots, and you send a link in the email, right? That is your, yes, we want to interview you, with your TimeTrade link. They go right into the application, and they can then schedule stuff directly on your calendar. TimeTrade is great. I think it's about $50 or $60 a month. It's pretty cheap. And then, as always, my first interview step is the phone screen interview. There we go. I don't do first interviews in person. I do them over the phone, particularly for a demand gen role. It just seems to make sense. I want to see how they do on the phone. You can use a lot of this process in almost any kind of hiring mode. The idea is it's simple. If you're going to go out and get probably somewhere in the order of 50, 80, 100 candidates, and try to filter that down to 8 or 10 folks for an interview, I think you can see how this could potentially save you hours and hours and hours of work. That's what it's done for me. Anyway, check down at the bottom. Look forward to your comments, and look for the link that you can download all the templates. Every email here I've got a template for, as well as I've got a sample questionnaire that I use for this role. So I hope this has been helpful, and thanks so much for watching.